I bought this crystal for my wife, paid $100,000 for it. And years have passed, it's gone up in value. Now it's worth $500,000. So in just the last few years, what's happened? It's gone up 5 times in value. Did you know there's math for communicating what I'm telling you in the game of finance, real estate, business? It's called 3 letters, ROI, return on investment. And today I'm going to teach you what it is and how I use it to get rich.
One shot, now the future is yours. Go!
Let's get down to business. It's called ROI. It stands for return on investment. The money I put out is an investment. If I don't put money out, but I put time out, I can still calculate what my ROI is, or the value of my time. And it's a financial ratio, and it's used to measure investment performance. And do you know why we have it at all in the first place? Because I made this investment and that investment, and I don't know which one was good or bad, but if I had a way of comparing them to each other, it might be a little bit easier. The ROI can be used to make apples to apples comparisons instead of apples to oranges. And it allows you to rank investments and different projects. And literally, I'm going to share with you the fastest way to become wealthy if you understand this knowledge. And why is ROI important in the first place? It's crucial for assessing the profitability of investment. Like if you had a negative ROI, that meant that you lost money. And ROI aids in optimizing resource allocation by helping prioritize investments with highest potential returns. ROI is always communicated in terms of a percentage. Here's how an unsophisticated or a new investor thinks. Yeah, dude, I put $10,000 into this thing and I made like $5,000. $5,000! Like, $5,000. And what they do is they focus on an amount of money. Who cares what the amount is? It's the percentage. This is part of how you compare apples to apples. ROI serves as a benchmark for comparing the performance of various investments so that you can make data-driven decisions instead of emotional heart-based. Like, that was so exciting, let's do more. It's like, no, this is a financial decision that is made from a number. It's hard, cold math. Kris Krohn, I'm not an investor. Why is this important to me? Oh, touche. You are an investor. You and all of society has invited you to be financially safe and secure by not making any kind of risky decisions. You, unbeknownst to yourself maybe, have been actually participating in a world called single-digit ROI. Now, that means, like, think of a bank account for just a moment, right? Like when you put your money in a savings account, would you ever put it there to keep it safe or to grow it? You put it there to keep it safe. You don't put it there to grow, because when you say, hey, how much money am I making on that? They usually tell you that you're making less than 1%. Do you know what 1% is? In a year, I put $1,000 in. What's 1% of $1,000? It's $10. $10 is like barely Starbucks coffee. You would never put $1,000 into the bank so that every year you can go to Starbucks and say, this coffee's on my ROI from the bank. You would never do that. But we do things like 401ks, IRAs, annuities, even the S&P 500, the stock market. Did you know what they all share in common? They're single-digit ROIs. And you're like, yeah, but Kris, everyone, all the financial experts say to do that. I'm like, yeah, so other people can control your money.
Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think with fly, think.
Do you know how much money they're making on your money? They are making boo-ko bucks. But I can tell you this, single-digit ROI, as it compounds, it doesn't compound meaningfully over the course of your life. So most people, when they die poor instead of rich, it's because all they did was follow society's game plan and their ROIs were all single digit. Capiche? Single digit ROI involves investing your money in high yield savings accounts such as a CD, a certificate of deposit, or life insurance policies. Could also be putting your money in 401ks and IRAs like we talked about. Reserving this money will give you liquidity to invest in higher ROI opportunities down the road. And that's the important thing that I want you to remember, is that these aren't investments. These are placeholders for real investments. So there was this dude that lived decades ago, Albert Einstein, crazy white gray hair.
You're Albert Einstein.
Thank you.
Wow. May I say what a great fan I am of yours?
Thank you.
And he basically said, the greatest financial invention of our day and age is compound interest. And compound interest is this idea that, hey, let's go back to the bank account. I put $1,000 in and I make 1% on it. So at the end of the year, I made $10. Next year, year 2, I have $1,010 in it. And when that compounds, the next year I'll have like $1,020 and a couple of pennies. If you're earning single digits in a lifetime, 40 or 50 years working, it never actually becomes meaningful, which means Albert Einstein was wrong. What he should have said was, Compound interest is the most important financial invention when you start with double-digit ROIs. The reason why I retired at the age of 26 is because the little money I had, I put into real estate where I could earn at least 25% a year on my money. And I'm gonna tell you right now, earning 25% on your money versus what's in a 401k over 20 years is 27 times more money. It's the difference between tripling your money and almost getting 100 times more money. Why? It's because compounding effects becomes very meaningful when it goes double digit. A great vehicle for achieving double digit ROI is real estate. This is why 90% of millionaires make their money there. Real estate has the potential to be a robust wealth foundation, and it allows you to put money down and watch it generate cash flow. And here's the cool part. This is passive, like a 401k and IRA. Maybe a little more work, but even when people partner with me around the globe, they stroke a check, I buy real estate, I do all of the work. And literally they watch the value of their money increase. They watch it go up in value. So the first important lesson that I need you to really get from today is if you understand ROI, you've got to figure out how to get some of your money out of single digit prison and put it into double digit paradise. Kris, if 90% of millionaires are making their money in real estate, where are billionaires making their money? Well, they're not doing it in real estate. They're doing it through something called private equity, business. Because when you buy real estate, it's passive and it grows predictably with time. When you buy business, I don't know, maybe you're literally buying the next Uber, or maybe it's the next Airbnb, or maybe it's the next Tesla, where over 7 years, these companies have been documented to grow 10,000%, 20,000%.
The limit does not exist. The limit does not exist.
Our new state champions, the North Shore Mathletes.
That's crazy ROI when you think about it. If you want bigger returns, then you got to take some of your money and you have to take some bigger risks and get your money growing at what's called triple digit ROI. Now think of what triple means. 1% is single digit, 10% is the beginning of double digit, 100% ROI. That's the beginning of triple digit, and 100% means doubling your money. Imagine doubling your money in a year. If you want big returns, you got to take big risks. The winning approach to wealth is to own multiple thriving businesses, including your own. And that's what you're doing when you basically buy shares in someone else's company. Now it's also really passive. This is kind of cool. And I'll tell you right now, some of the world's wealthy, yeah, they own their own companies, but what they're doing is they're very intelligently owning pieces of other companies that haven't taken off yet. They're down here, they've got disruptive technology, they're gonna go to the moon, and when they do, you make crazy, crazy money. Now, believe it or not, it actually doesn't stop with triple digit. There's actually something called quadruple digit. And that's where you now are not making 1, 10, 100, but you're now making at least 1,000% on your money. That means in a single year, it 10x's. Like I put $1 in and I get $10 back. Kris, are you freaking kidding me? That exists? Like that's possible? That's called owning your own businesses, not a piece of other people's businesses. And I have several of my businesses that produce just that for me. Now, we're not gonna go crazy in depth on it today because at the end of this video, I got a gift. My book, Have It All, that explains not just single, double, triple, and quadruple digit ROI, but infinite ROI. I'm gifting that book to you for free. It's in the link below. You click it, you cover the shipping, the actual full color physical copy of the book on my dime, I'm giving to you as a gift because that knowledge, there's no financial book on the planet that will teach you what that book does. And I promise you this, it has the billionaire blueprint. It is literally how you start with nothing and can 100% become a billionaire. You don't have to be some tech giant. You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to be an inventor. You just have to follow the formula that I lay out in that book. I've been working on that philosophy for 14 years. Next year will be my 15th, and I believe that's the year when I'm gonna hit that B mark. And so I decided to not wait for that moment. I'm sharing the knowledge with you right now, today. Financially, if you follow their advice, they're gonna keep you poor. Save for a rainy day, put your money in a 401k, save on some taxes by putting money in an IRA, put your money in the stock market. You're gonna do this for 40 years. And I'm gonna tell you right now, at the age of 65, you're on track for having $221,000 to your name. And at that time in your life, you'll be living off of around $94,000 a year, which means you have 2.2 years worth of money. And you'll run out and you'll be begging for jobs and you'll be living off of government or charity and you're gonna feel like a victim. And if you do not want that to be your life like I didn't when I was 22, check it out. These investments that I'm teaching you and the book that I'm giving you for free, it lays the groundwork for your financial freedom. Becoming financially free, it's real. It doesn't have to be, by the way, a crazy long road. I believe that you can become financially free in less than 5 years. Sure, will it take some discipline? Are you gonna have to think different and do different? Yeah, but if you want the exact blueprint on how to do that, click the link below. Let me show you with my brand new book, Have It All, how it can change everything for you forever, your financial future, your financial stars, because this dude, I'm telling you right now, I've been to 50 countries around the world. I travel the world. I do crazy stuff. I took my kids out of school. I gave them a private education. And no, not to raise spoiled brats, but because I got this one life to live and I want to live it as fully as possible. And money is the common denominator for how you create amazing memories and go and do really epic things. And it's how you give yourself permission to live the life that you want. And you weren't built to work maybe 40 or 60 hours a week forever. Maybe there was a season or a sabbatical or a time in your life when you felt like doing something different or studying the mystical ways or reading books. You got other passions and hobbies and things that you want to do. This is me. And if you feel like that's you and you want so much more in life, click the link below, get my book, and consume it voraciously. Read it again and again. Follow the blueprint 5 years from now. Nothing's going to look the same. There's no reason why anyone shouldn't financially be outperforming their wildest dreams. And if you feel like you're not on that trajectory, then I got news for you. You're part of a shrinking class of people that are about to disappear called the middle class. And you're just wasting life. And if you are subscribed to my channel because you don't want that to happen, watch this video and let me show you how you get out of this pickle.